Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to do a detailed analysis of Indian Energy Exchange Company. Please take financial advice before investing. This video is only for educational purpose. If we can see its market share and business model, in this power exchange sector, IEX alone holding a 98% market share. So by seeing this, you can clearly say it's a monopoly stock. Most importantly, as this is asset-light business model, this means they don't need to invest anything on any machinery, any manufacturing plants, or on any assets. So as there is a zero scope of investment, there won't be any scope for debts also. IX is also time to time dividend paying company. By seeing growth factors, there is so much possibility for growth in this energy exchange sector in coming years. By seeing all these positives, it's worthwhile to spend some time on detailed analysis of this company. Because of having so many positive factors, stock has gained 265% in last 1 year. We will also discuss, is there any scope of growth opportunities in coming years? What are the strong reasons to invest at this point and the possible reasons where we should avoid this investment? Before that, we need to know some basic info about power industry, and then we will discuss important points about company financials, growth opportunities and competitors. Then I will come up with the conclusion and my opinion on this company. First, we need to know briefly about entire power network infrastructure and what are all the companies involved in power generation, transmission, and distribution. And then we'll talk about IEX. First, we should have some power generating companies where they generate power by using both renewable and non-renewable energy resources. Sources like hydro, solar, wind, tides, geothermal heat, etc. These are all come under renewable energy resources that are naturally regenerated on a human timescale. Sources like fossil fuels such as coal, oil and gas, these are all non-renewable energy resources which are once finished, then it will take lifetime to regenerate as fossil fuels formed in millions of years. The power generated by these power generation companies will transfer that power through transmission lines which carry long distances to the substations. You might have seen these transmission lines next to national highways while traveling. So basically, the transmission companies will transfer the power from generating companies to substations. The distribution companies will get the power from substations and distribute the power to individual houses, commercial complexes, and industries. If we can see, some of the power generation and transmission companies which are listed in the stock market as well are Tata Power, Adani Power, NTPC, Adani Green, Torrent Power, Adani Transmission, and Power Grid. Now we need to understand in India how contracts are run in power sectors. Power generation companies will sign a power purchase agreement, which are PPAs, with distribution companies. These PPAs are known as long-term contracts, which is generally for a duration of 7 to 25 years, and they will buy power at this fixed price for the complete contract. This will help the power generation companies as they can get prior return on investment. Some of the contracts are short-term contracts less than 1 year. It can be some months, some weeks, even some days also. IX comes under this short-term contract segment only, and it is the main market leader in India. IX is basically a first largest electricity trading platform, and they will physically deliver electricity to distribution companies or industries. If you need to buy electricity, you can go to this platform and can place a bid depending on your requirement. They will supply the electricity if you win the bid. Here you means not you people and me. It's power distribution companies, large scale industries who might need sudden additional requirement of power for certain period of time. So to satisfy their needs, they use this trading platform. According to their need, they will select the appropriate contract and they will place the bid. Power generation companies will also participate in this bidding. By seeing the bids at the mentioned price, then the power generation companies will execute the bid. Then power companies will transfer the power through grids to the distribution companies or to the industries. They have mentioned their business plans in their investor presentation. To better understand their business, if you can see their market segments, in day ahead market contract, you can place the bid and you will get the power in the next day as soon as your bid gets executed. Coming to term ahead contracts, in this you can get the delivery up to 11 days as soon as your bid will get executed. You can also have daily contracts and weekly contracts in this segment. And if you can see the real time market, if you place the bid, as soon as the bids gets executed, you can get the delivery within the next hour. Regarding renewable energy certificates, government put some targets to each and every industry and company that they should use certain amount of power which is generated by green energy resources only, that is by wind, solar and water etc. to encourage the companies who generated power by means of renewable energy resources. If you are unable to meet the government targets, then you need to buy equivalent renewable energy certificates which are RECs. For example, if companies are unable to meet the targets by 5 megawatt hour, then they need to buy 5 RECs to encourage the green energy companies. So green energy producing companies will sell these certificates in this trading platform. For energy saving certificates, government will give some targets to reduce the power consumption by maintaining same production capacity. So for the companies who meets the targets of reducing power consumption under the limits, energy saving certificates will be issued. So who cross the limit of target defined by governments, those companies will need to buy the energy saving certificates from the people who is having more by saving the power and meet the requirements. If you can see the product wise key statistics, they are holding a market share of 96% in day ahead markets and term ahead markets together. And in real time markets, they are holding a 99% of market share. So in green term ahead markets, they are holding 100% of market share. So there is no other competitor in this particular segment. So in renewable energy certificates selling, so they are holding a market share of 76%, and in energy saving certificates, they are holding a market share of 100%. So if you can see the market shares in all these segments, you can clearly say IEX is a market leader. So we can clearly say in upcoming years, if the percent of this power industry will grow, this IEX company will also grow at the same rate. So globally in this industry, we can see how much percent market share it's holding and what's the position of India right now. So if we see the power exchange trading, so North Pool is holding a market share of 91%, Germany is holding a market share of 49%, and India is holding market share of 5% only. So my question is, why only 5% in India? It's because previously power generation capacity is much lower than the consumption capacity. So distribution companies used to sign PPAs with the generation companies for a longer period of time to avoid power shortages. So the scope for short-term contracts are literally less, but now the scenario has changed. Power generation capacity is much more than the consumption capacity. Then why will the distribution companies will worried about the long-term PPAs? So they are slowly going with the short-term contracts in which the IEX company will benefit more. If you can see their business, most of the revenues are from transaction fees only, in which they are getting from electricity trading, and they earn almost 20% revenue from remaining renewable and energy saving certificates. So there is a regulatory body, CERC, which is Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, who will decide how much transaction fees per unit you can charge. So as per the data, if unit charge is less than 3 rupees, then the transaction charges will be 3 paisa per unit. If unit charge is greater than 3 rupees, then transaction charges will be 7 paisa per unit. Yes, they cannot increase their revenues by increasing transaction charges as it's regulated by CERC only. The only way to this is volume based. Growth of the distribution companies, the consumption capacity which comes through short term contracts. Company has explained some of the growth factors how they can improve further in coming years. Electricity consumption is expected to double in the next 5 to 6 years. No new long-term PPAs have been signed in the last 5 years, so there can be sudden rise in short-term contracts which will help in the growth of the IEX company. If you see this chart, you can see a gradual rise in power exchanges segment as distribution companies gradually shifting from long-term contracts to short-term contracts, and which is done through the power exchanges only. Coming to fundamentals and financials of the company, their ROE and ROCE is very attractive. As you can see, their ROCE is 59.7% and ROE is 46.2%. In some other companies, you won't see this better ROE and ROCE because as it's asset-light business model, ROCE and ROE will be good only. So you cannot conclude by seeing this as a positive factor. Now coming to balance sheet of the company, their sales, net profits and reserves are continuously increasing year on year. Their sales growth is also increasing in last 3 years, 5 years and 10 years. As its asset-light business model, the numbers in revenue are mostly reflect same in profits. As I have already mentioned before, it's time to time dividend paying company also. Till now, we have discussed the positive side of the company. The only negative can be market coupling. CERC are in talks to implement market coupling. Generally, as IEX has a major market share, majority of the buyers and sellers are in the IEX platform only, and hence the bids will execute easily as the competition is more in IEX platform. But now, if CERC implement market coupling, trading platforms like IEX or Pixel will just take the orders or bids and they will submit those bids to CERC regulated individual operator, and that operator will try to match the bid with the power generation companies. This will slowly decrease their volumes of bids as the bid matching is anyways done by regulatory and nothing to do with IEX exchange. So they can place the bid at any platform. By this process, they will just become a brokers instead of calling them as exchanges, and their revenue will impact badly. Another positive side from CERC is market-based economic dispatch of electricity, which is a redesign of day-ahead markets in India. Till now, distribution companies are signing contracts or PPS directly with power generation companies. Now, CERC is coming up with a new plan. Rather than signing individual contracts, it's better to do transaction through exchanges for finding optimization nationally. So, they are in plan to implement this process as well. If this will happen, then their revenues will boost 10 to 15 times. If they implement market coupling and embed together also will not affect the company. In fact, there will be increasing in volumes of purchases only. And more important is they have launched IGX exchange also. This is India's first natural gas trading platform. In this, they have combined some companies as a strategic partners and buying gas through online platforms and delivering it physically. In this IGX platform, Adani Total Gas, Torrent Gas, and GAIL India already own 5% stake each in the exchange. IGX is a subsidiary unit of IEX and it has recently received a regulatory clearance and begun gas trading. And also, National Stock Exchange acquires 26% stake in IGX. Finally, coming to conclusion, the reasons for not to invest can be only if market coupling happens. Otherwise, there won't be any negative point to talk about this company. As a trading platform, and continuing with current market share holding, which is 98%, and handling issues properly in coming years, and as they don't have any tough competitor in market, it can be a super monopoly stock. Finally, this is my detailed analysis on IEX. If you like my video, please do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you very much.